What's up, guys? I'm Connor Keishel, and today we're at Chino Valley Brewing. All right, guys, I'm here with the head brewer, Matt Maldonado, and what he's going to do is he's going to give us a little tour on everything Chino Valley Brewing is about. So why don't you start us off?
Sure. Well, one thing to know is we are a real, actual working brewery. We brew everything right here on premise. So you can see here we have our seating set up for when the tap room is open. People actually get to sit in the brewery itself. I have everything kind of pushed to the sides for the seating here. But I can kind of go through and let you know how we do the brewing process here, step by step. You can see here we have these blue plastic containers, and what we do is we keep all our grain in these containers. If you look right here to the shelving, you can see actually the bags. And what happens is when I cut open my bags and I weigh out the grain for the brew, whatever's left over in the bag, I'll go ahead and transfer in a container and we keep them, airtight. We go ahead and we mill all of our grain right in this. It's on wheels. This is our mill. I'll go ahead and roll it out, and usually what I'll do is I'll put it underneath our hood, and I turn on the hood so the hood can go ahead and capture all the grain dust as I mill the grain. Once the grain is all milled, we have it weighed out, ready to go. I'll come over here to our system. We have a small system. It's a 55-gallon gas 2-vessel system. This is our mash tun right here. We'll go ahead and load this up with our grain, and if you're familiar with the brewing process, we'll mash our grain for about 1 hour or so, depending on the beer, and then when we're done, we'll go ahead and pump it to our boil kettle on this side, and then over here is what we'll go ahead and we'll boil the beer wort, as it's known, for about an hour, and this is where we'll also do our hop additions to give the beer its bitterness and its flavor and its aroma. Once we're finished there, what we'll do is we'll cool and pump the beer into our fermenters, and what I'll do is I'll take you into our fermenting room and you can get an idea of what that's like. Get the light on. And these are the fermenting vessels we use. This is a blonde we have fermenting here, and then this here is an amber we have fermenting. We keep the fermenting room between 62 and 67 degrees. It's optimal temperature for the ales that we brew here. They're in here for about a week to 12 days, again, depending on the beer. Once the beer is ready, it's fully fermented, it's ready to be cold crashed. We'll actually roll it into our very cold room, and I have something cold crashing right now. You can take a look at that too. In this room we keep at 37 degrees or so, 36 degrees, and what will happen is the cold temperature of the room will drop the yeast down to the bottom of the fermenter, and you can almost just see the bottom cone, how it's much lighter at the bottom. That's all the yeast at the bottom. So that allows us to go ahead and capture the beer up in the top part of the fermenter for kegging, and then it gives us very clear beer, and then when we are done kegging, we can go back and then harvest the yeast out of the bottom, which allows us to reuse the yeast out to about 4 to 5 generations. It's actually very economical and it works very well for us. So in short, that's the brewing process. Once we keg it, we're going to condition it for about a week to 10 days, and it's ready to serve out in our tap room.
All right, Matt, well, I'm not going to lie, that process is pretty complex, and you can see how crazy it is, how it comes out to just make such a craft beer, and why it's called craft beer, because there's so much that goes into all of that process, and I'm sure you have a lot of fun doing it.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's definitely one of those things I have a passion for, and you don't mind kind of putting your blood, sweat, and tears into something like this because the product is so good, and people love it, and it creates really a nice sense of community here.
Oh
so
yeah,
I love it.
Especially when you have people coming in for like a lot of the trivia nights or game nights, and you see them drinking it, and they come back and order a second one. I bet you it's even better. You're like, oh, so they liked it enough to get it a second time.
Yes, it's very fulfilling, and that definitely is one of the rewards of doing
That's
this.
sweet. So what we have behind us is all the taps and everything, and this is where you know, all the beer pourers are when they pour their beer. Up here, as you can see, we've got all the different kind of beers that they have on tap right now. What we're drinking right now is, which
This
one?
is Arthur's Amber. It's an American amber ale.
Okay.
It's a beer that we started with when we first opened. It was gone for a little while, and now we brought it back. It seems to be a fan favorite.
I mean, we all tried it, we all liked it, so I think this will probably stay around for a while. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I'd like to come back and get some more. So recently, they got a growler machine, as you guys can see here. You mind possibly giving us a demonstration of how this bad boy
Let's do
goes?
that. In fact, I know you guys like the Arthur's Amber, so maybe we'll do Arthur's Amber to go.
Oh, I would love that.
You guys could do that. So, what happens is, I'll move this side. This is a 32-ounce canning machine. These are crowlers. You know, it's a combination of the name growler and can put together.
Okay.
We call them cowlers here because our logo is a cow.
That's awesome.
So they're very easy to use, and I'll show you what we do. Basically, you're going to come over to the tap, and you're going to go ahead and pour the beer of your choice into the can, and just like so.
Okay.
The big mouth on it makes it really easy to fill. There's much less waste when compared to a growler, which, you know, have the small mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they really foam up, and there's a lot of waste with those. This one is as easy as filling up a pint glass. It's really simple. And the trick is to be sure to to put the lid on when there's just a little bit of foam at the top, and that seals it with CO2. So there's no air in the can.
So when you pop it up later on, it's not completely flat.
Correct.
And you're disappointed.
Correct. So and that's absolutely true. So we'll just put that on like that, and that seems to be the perfect amount. You get a little bit of overflow.
Okay.
Which is exactly what you want. So we know that there's no air left in the can at all. And then we'll bring it over here to our
Let's get this thing going.
fancy machine. Put it on there, and we'll lock it in. Let me turn it on, and before we actually spin it, so we don't get splattered with beer, I'm going to do one of these.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be walking around with beer all over me all day. It's nice that sounds.
And the can is sealed. It's
No
simple.
way, that's
Simple
awesome.
as that, yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll take it down.
And you have these cool Chino Valley Brewing labels that get to go around.
Correct. We'll put our little spool out here, and we'll take a label off of it. And this is how we do it here. Put it on like this, wrap it around one time.
Look at that, perfect too.
Yeah, 32 ounces, ready to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it works out really neat. Yeah, we love this machine, and our customers definitely do too.
Oh, I bet they take all their favorite beers home.
Yeah, yeah, it's really nice. So we're happy we have it, and it's really cool to be able to can any beer at any time to go. And what's nice about these is you don't have the worry of, oh, if I take my beer to a party, is someone going to break my growler? Am I going to lose it? Is someone going to walk off with it?
And these are definitely cheaper too.
Much
than having
cheaper.
to buy a bunch of the growlers.
Exactly. So you just recycle it, and if it should fall and hit the ground, you're okay.
Cans are definitely the way to go, and you see that a lot in the craft beer market these days. Everybody's starting to go growlers, cans.
It's
Less
kinda-
light struck as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's completely light free, and it's easy to pack in a cooler. And a lot of people feel good about taking these to sporting events, tailgating. And when you're done, you just throw them away. Yeah,
Perfectly.
Yeah, works good.
All right, well, if you guys are going to come down to Chino Valley Brewing, be sure to pick up a crowler of your favorite beer. They have a bunch of beers on tap. I'm definitely going to be taking this home and probably drinking this later today. Like he said, perfect for tailgates. It's not going to break like, you know, regular growlers do. They're less expensive, so they're cost effective. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Thank you for coming out, and cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Matt.